day. Well, he's a singer, a poet, a designer, a businessman, and an Olympic hopeful with less than 100 days to go until the trials. Cody Simpson is hard at work in the pool, spending 20 hours a week to be race fit.
In between his time in the water, he's somehow managed to find space to add sleep podcaster to his already impressive resume. Today, Queensland reporter Mia Glover sat down with Cody on the Gold Coast.
And we begin.
Cody, welcome to today.
Thank
or
you.
I should say welcome back. You have been on the show before, but it has been a bit of a hot minute. You've been really busy.
Yeah.
We're at your second home, basically, aren't we?
Feels like my first time at the moment. We're in sort of our final few months of hard work before we go and do Olympic trials. And I'm pretty much not thinking about anything else except sort of training and then resting to train again.
We're now under 100 days until those trials. Do you start to feel a bit more pressure?
There's pressure, but there's also excitement. Like there's, you know, for years it kind of feels like so far away, and then all of a sudden it's, as you say, under 100 days. So it comes around very quickly. You only have the sort of one chance to do it, and that's sort of why swimming can be so cutthroat.
That's a hell of a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's so much pressure.
Oh, how are you not crying right now?
It's also what makes it kind of beautiful and scary, and that's a great thing too.
But Cody Simpson is right in it and starting to pick up in the second 50.
You're training basically every day, but that would not only involve physical, but also a lot of mental training as well.
Mental training and mental recovery, I suppose, as well. Rest. So you really need those times to recharge.
And that leads me to the next question, sleep with Cody. Tell me about that. What does it look like to sleep with you? I mean, that sounds a bit wrong, but in terms of to sleep, I suppose the sound of your sleep.
I don't snore, which is good. I've partnered with Audible on these sleep sound podcasts. So I, in the past, have used recordings like this, and Audible approached me about recording my own, listening to them back. I was quite relaxed listening to my own voice, so hopefully it does that for other people too.
And does your partner think that your voice puts her to sleep as well?
I haven't asked her actually. I'd like to think so. I mean,
in a good way, you think?
Hopefully it doesn't trigger her in a sense. Hopefully I have some relaxing effect on her.
You've got that going on, you've got your swimming, but you still got your singing. Is that your first love?
It's funny, like I grew up loving and doing both things. Swimming was certainly the first thing I remember being good at, so that has a special place in my heart. I like to use music at the moment as kind of a cathartic thing in my life. Like, it shouldn't add stress to my life. I don't think it'll always be that way once I go back into it full time, but at the moment, it's been a nice escape, I suppose, from sort of the monotony and grueling kind of nature of training preparation.
But I think it's time I let you know that I think we should let go.
Well, you have said before that with swimming, you're thinking maybe you won't swim again after the Olympics. Do you still feel that way? Or?
I don't know. I have said and thought about that, but I don't think I'll know until I'm there. I think I'll have to see sort of if I feel like I've fulfilled what I wanted to fulfill in the sport, if I'm satisfied with my results, and whether that's this year or whether that's a couple of years down the track, I don't know. I can't say for sure. So I've never in my life not known what was sort of happening for me over the course of a year, so it's nice.
Well, Cody, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, and we can't wait to hear you and fall asleep to you.
Thank you.
Bit weird to say, isn't it?
That's
but
right,
no.
yeah. I'm looking forward to everybody falling asleep to me.
Oof. That's sexy, isn't it? Audible original podcast Sleep Sound with Cody Simpson, and why wouldn't you, is available now on Audible. He's a lovely young fella, Cody.
He is,
Love him.
yeah. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?